father is still paying child support for this little boy, his son, who died 25 years ago. Tonight, 7 is taking action for him, asking the question, why?
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig has been trying to get to the bottom of this confusing case.
She's live in our newsroom right now. And Kim, we understand officials at the Friend of the Court admit there was a big mistake.
They sure do, Carol, and they blame it on human error, and they call it regretful. But they say they are low on staff, and the caseload is high.
It took a lot out of me.
Lionel Campbell lost his youngest son, Michael, to acute meningitis. He and the woman with whom he also had an older son split up. But the problem now is Campbell just realized in 2011 he was still paying child support for Michael, who sadly only lived to be just 3 years old and died in 1988.
When I went there, the clerk said, "You're right. You shouldn't be paying no money at all."
A spokesman for Friend of the Court says no one ever told them Michael had died. And all these years, Campbell thought the money he was paying was back support for a son who was 7 years older than Michael. But he was told no.
Every time I say they say it's just Michael all the time.
Campbell, who now lives in Kentucky, came back to Detroit to Friend of the Court to begin asking questions because after mistakenly paying for 2 kids for so long, Campbell cannot understand how he still owes anything. So he asked for an audit, and he gets a different amount still owed each time, from nearly $43,000 to $33,000 and then $19,000. Campbell says even some Friend of the Court clerks were baffled.
The lady said, "You're right. How is you supposed to be paying on a child that's been dead almost 23 years?" I said, "I don't know."
At the end of his road, Campbell called Action News. We contacted court officials who said they would look into his case for us and came back and admitted there were some errors in their calculations. So they expedited another audit. Now they say Campbell owes about $6,000.
And the lady down there told me, she said, "Ain't no way you're supposed to be paying child support for a dead child." And I said, well, that's what they got me doing.
Campbell's case is complicated by gaps in his employment and surcharges on arrearages that were once likened to loan sharking.
The policy of the surcharges was so that to be a deterrent to not getting, behind in your child support. It was kind of a punishment, if you will.
Attorney Barry Fain specializes in family law, and he says anyone with child support issues should take care of them quickly, or it could become
a major mess. And, intercepting of income tax refunds, having your driver's license taken away, your occupational license taken away, not being able to travel to a foreign country because your passport is blocked.
And officials for Friend of the Court believe the errors in calculations in this case are isolated and not systemic. And of course, Lionel Campbell says he is going to be seeking another audit. And we should also point out that we did want to talk to Michael's mother, the child's mother, and all of this, but she refused to comment on this story. Back to you.
All right, Kim. Now, what about Friend of the Court? Are they saying why 3 audits have resulted in 3 different amounts for this man?
And that's the perplexing thing. It's like if there should just be one right answer, but they say there's really no clear answer as to why they've had multiple amounts given. But of course, we may find out when that 4th audit is done. Back to you.
Well, sounds like a big mess. Thank you so much, Kim, for getting to the bottom of it.